Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is going to be about claiming Breece, and most importantly, it's going to be a guide to offensive players that you should or should not get. So I'm also going to make a defensive guide later on in the video, but for that I'm going to go later. Right now let's focus on this Breece, who he's a decent running back, decent epic. As you can see right now, I'm sitting at 106. I told you at the beginning of this promo that I was not going to be going for all the bonuses, but each player, I got all of them for like 3 myth, so I was like, might as well. I mean, I needed like 6 at the bottom row, like 18 myth, and he'll probably sell for like 50 at least. So either way, I'm going to make some money off of him. So I just decided to go ahead and go for him, and I have, as you can see, I have his base card right here, so I'm going to go ahead and upgrade him just so I don't have to do that whenever I actually get his blueprint and be able to claim them all in one time. He has a pretty crazy looking picture, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, as I was saying though, this video is gonna be to help newer players, I mean even mid-level players, on deciding on who they should or shouldn't go for their team, depending on how much money you're willing to spend on this game. I'm gonna have a whole little section for everybody, for people who are willing to spend the most for the cards, people who have a decent amount saved up and want a good card, and people who are closer to brand new and just want to spend under 10 myth. But as I just showed you, that's George Kittle. That's the player of the week 2 Lego that you can craft, but I don't really need him because I already have Maru for week 1. So I got an epic, I think, so I didn't really need. I mean, this week I don't even know who's gonna be in the next week, honestly. I haven't seen anything about it, but I can skip week 2 and just sell the player that I won, so I'm okay. But I have a lot of extra players. I'm gonna go craft this thing. Who should I add? Let's see what we have. Let me go to the I mean, I don't really need any of these players, right? Honestly, let me just add this kicker. Let me go ahead and add. I should probably add as a higher-ish overall. I'll add Sam. Ugh, I hated playing with him in Monday Night Football. I'm so glad I can finally get rid of him on my team. He was terrible. And let me get rid of this 102 because I have the 121 counterpart. And proceed, and let's just see how long it takes to craft this. I mean, crafting has been a little slow. Like, I haven't really experienced it being any like automatic. Like, it takes a little while. But here's the George Kittle. I was gonna go for him to replace my Travis Kelce, but I'm running low on myth, and I want to be able to save up for the week 3 player, so I decided against it. So for the gameplays that I'm gonna have, it's just gonna be league games, and I'm gonna have it in the background while I talk to you about the offensive players that you should be trying to get. And this is all gonna be personal opinion, so don't take any of it too seriously. I mean, there's on the Discord for Blitz Brigade, there's a sheet of destiny, which is gonna be a lot better, honestly, than what I have in mind. But this is all personal opinion on cards that I believe are pretty good. So I'm gonna start off with the tight ends. I know it's random, right? Why would I start off with the tight ends? But it's the first picture I got pulled up here on the other tab, and I'm gonna show it on the screen here right now. Bam, there you go. As you can see, I have cheap, middle cheap, and expensive. And I have that's my 3 different tiers. I'm every single position on offense plus kicker is gonna be like this. So at the very top row, obviously, I'm gonna have Travis Kelce and Jimmy Graham. They're mythicals, If you have the money to go ahead and get them, go ahead and do it. And I'm adding George Kittle. I mean, honestly, after Travis and Jimmy, the tight end market goes really down, and this George Kittle was on the more expensive side, but that's only because he's, the craftable player. As you can see, the 140 power, and the powers I have on the screen, that's not the max power they can go up to. That's just the power and the price, like the 150 mythos that it would cost to get George Kittle. That's the 140 power. So I think that was like maybe, oh, that's level 1. That is level 1. That's just how it is. Like the 4,100 myth for Travis, which also, by the way, before I even get it later into this video, in the marketplace, if you're gonna go for no matter what kind of card you're going for, put offers in it. Do not pay 4,100 for Travis, and don't even pay the full 3 for Noah Fant. You can probably get Noah Fant for 1. And Travis Kelce, there's players we're trying to sell out, and they will 4,100 is like equivalent to like 2,000 USD. Don't pay 2,000 for a card. But that's my top row. And I said that they're the best cards in the game. Plus, they have a huge power boost. I mean, George Kittle is going to be one of the highest overall tight ends in the game. You know, the middle cards. I'm also going to throwing up a little check mark so you can like back up like which cards I have played with. And Travis Kelce, I have played with him. He was decent. He's a little slow, you know, but he gets open more often than not. I played with Kyle Pitts for like 2 days. I got him, and then I pulled something else. Oh no, I sold him because I wanted to get another players. But when I did have him for those short days, he was really fast. And so with Darren Waller. I mean, personally, I haven't played with him, but he has a lot of speed, so he should be able to get open. And now on the cheap tier, you have Johnson, Ingram, and Fant. I played with Fant and I played with Johnson. Fant got open easily against the top defenses in the game, and so did Johnson in Monday Night Football. They got open so easily. And for Monday Night Football, I know I didn't drop a video, and I know I had been hyping it up, and I was pretty excited for it. After day one, I had a very low PD, so I just decided to sell all my cards for while they actually held some value still and make some myth off of them. So I finished around like 200, 300 place, and I got the legendary. I think it was a Julian Love, strong safety, maybe, or free safety. It was a safety Love. That's all I remember correctly. But yeah, I ended up not being able to get him, so it's a shame. But I think the final cutoff for the top 100 was like, I don't even remember. It was like 55-ish, maybe 56. Very high. I mean, I wasn't even close. I think I was like at 35. If I had actually tried the game too, probably would have been around 40-ish, but it still wouldn't have been enough. But with that being said, let me go ahead and go over to put up a picture for it, the running back market. Let me zoom this out so I can see where I'm at in right here. Okay, 6 minutes. That's not okay. The running back market. Obviously on top, I'm gonna have Alvin Kamara and Derrick Henry. Why? Also two mythicals, you know. Are they both losing kind of a lot of power? Yes, they will be. As you can see on top, I also have Bijan, who surprisingly is only going for 400 now, adding his max power. I think his max was 185, but they're just dropping. And as you're going to see why, in the middle tier, I have Christian McCaffrey, and I have him there and have question marks because I'm not sure how much his total cost is going to come out to be, but I don't think it's going to be over. I don't think it's going to be nothing crazy. It probably will make its way up there, and then Bijan would take his place like there was flip-flop, but Christian should be pretty cheap, especially for, like, personally myself, he's going to be for, like, 200 myth, because I would only spend, like, 100 USD, hopefully. But Bijan, Alvin, Derrick, they're all huge power boosts. Christian McCaffrey could be up at the top, you know. He's going to be the best player in the game, because he's at 155 at level 1, so obviously going to be the best. Austin Eckler, I have not been able to use him, but he is... Anybody who's ever used him says that he is extremely good. And back in the day, before he got nerfed, I saw videos of a player playing with Eckler, and he just seemed like he was legendary. And I have played with A-Chain. He's currently my running back, and he's extremely fast. I have him like at level 9 with 173 speed, and that's all you need out of a running back. A lot of speed, endurance too, but the way I play the game, I just need the player to be extremely fast. And in the cheap section, I have Travis Etienne, D Swift, and Justice Hill, and I have played with all of these running backs as well. Travis Etienne was my running back for the longest time when I was around 2600 power. He carried my team. Like, this was him before the update, whenever they kind of nerfed the run game. He was the best running back to me ever. I didn't think I was ever going to upgrade from him. He was extremely good. Swift in the Monday Night Football games, he was extremely fast. He always made room as well. And Justice Hill, he's pretty fast too, and I didn't really struggle whenever I had to play with him. So, as an aside, I'm going to tell you like little description of them. Y'all can go ahead and read them and see if y'all want. But obviously, there's going to be a lot more cards other than these players. But to me, those are the best players that you should be going for if you really want something like that. But this next one's going to be a little bit more fun. That's going to be the QBs. And bam, here's a screenshot of the QB one. Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes obviously going to be at the top as being the two only mythicals quarterbacks. Patrick Mahomes has lost a lot of value, especially when you can see like in the middle tier I have his Lego one, which he maxes at 174 and the legendary maxes like at 180-ish. So it's really not much of a difference. That's why he's way lower than Aaron Rodgers. But if you want to go for the top dogs, go for those or go for CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud is also dropping in value, but they're all great quarterbacks. I mean, quarterback wise, I feel like it is a little bit more important so I would spend a little bit more money on this position. But if you're just going for plain power, the top cards, those are the guys to go for. If you're going for mid power, Bryce Young, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. Oh man, Patrick Mahomes, the Lego version is the one I currently have, and I just don't mess with him. He's a great quarterback. I mean, I do think, I have him at level 20, you know. He is pretty much a mini mythical, so if you can get your hands on him, go right ahead. But on the cheap section, we have Nick Foles, Kirko, and Russell, and I've used all of them. I haven't used Kirk, but Kirk was supposed to be, he was even better than Nick Foles, and when I had Nick Foles, which I had him around the same time I have Travis, they both dominated my O. Like, there was no problem with them. Nick Foles was a great, cheap epic, and I got him for free because he was part of the snowman people. And Russell Wilson, I used him in the Lockett event, I think, and he made the throws. Like, I think his deep was actually a little bit more accurate than his short. At least it felt that way. I mean, the short ones, I don't know, but usually I like throwing a bit more deep anyways, and Russell Wilson was able to do that pretty efficiently. So if y'all want anything close to that, well, there's an option. And backup options, I can't really think of much. These were my top dogs. These are the guys I was thinking about. The Josh Allen, of course, for 110. He's really good too. As I have two that have a couple more positions. Let me go to I'm gonna knock out kicker out the way, because kickers, there's not many in the game, and they're all pretty much the same as here. Bam, here's a screenshot for them. The top level, this literally the only thing that made this level difference was the top levels were all maxed kickers. The middle row were level 9 plus kickers, and the bottom row were like them at level 1, like the ones I hadn't used yet. So honestly, any kicker is amazing. Probably limited edition. Any rare plus kicker will make it extremely easy. I mean, you never really will go for a 1-point conversion unless you got to do it on one of the tasks, and at the same time, you never will go for a field goal. Like, you always go for the touchdown. But the top dogs, they can all kick from really far. I have Carlson right now, and I've hit a few 70 plus yarders. So I'm sure Tyler Bass and Joey can also do it, because I think their kick power is a little bit higher. McNackness, Hopkins, Butker, every single player on this picture that you see right here, they all have a lot of kick power, all 170 plus. So you shouldn't miss any field goals, especially if you're newer to the game and you do take field goals. You won't miss with these players, and their accuracies are all pretty decent. Obviously, the top rows are a lot better, but then we go to this other position, which will be O-line, which also, it's not that important, honestly, but some people do think it's more important than others, so might as well have it and say what's up with it, right? As before I do get to it in the video, I am pretty sure I'm gonna claim Breece Hall, so let me claim him real quick. Let me do that, and then I'll head back to the rankings. Here we are back. Let's see, limited offer for $2. That's not too bad, but let's see what else they got. Yeah, and I ain't even gonna go for this. It's just a regular offer, and I'm not trying this year, this promo, so I ain't too worried about that. Let's go to play now, and let's go to the rewards available. There's Breece Hall. I was 102-ish whenever I recorded the first part of the video. I don't think we're ever gonna get top 160. We got 167. We were really close, but unfortunately we won't be able to get them. But I'm gonna go back to the rankings, and y'all can see me upgrading him and claiming him in the background. Back to the rankings. Here's the O lineman. Jason Kelsey, obviously gonna be the top. He's the only mythical O line that there is in the game. And Joel and Quentin, they are both maxed or close to max. I'm pretty sure they're maxed. They're really good linemen. The one I think I have Ryan Ramczyk, who's in the middle row. Honestly, I'm telling you, like, I don't think O linemen really matter that much. It's really more of a, so my overall can be higher and my team won't feel that slow. But every single O lineman is okay. I had Wyatt Teller for right before I put him into my crafting. He was really good. I had Tristan Wirfs. He was really good, and I had Alex Kappa. They were all really good. I'm telling, they all feel like they block the same. I feel like I have the same amount of time, no matter who the player is. So just look at this, and honestly, if you're trying to save some money, and of course you're gonna want to focus on defense first, go for the bottom row. Don't stress too much about O linemen. But let's go to the positions that everybody wants to see. The best position available: wide receivers. Tyreek, Justin Jefferson, and future DK obviously going to be at the top of the list because DK, unlike the other craftable mythicals, he's still a top 100 type of card, you know, so he's going to go for a lot. And obviously Tyreek is the best card in the game by far. DK, according to his stats, will be pretty close to up there. His endurance won't be as high, but he's going to be, I think, faster. So those 3 cards are amazing. Middle row, Christian Kirk, Odell, and Debo. I wanted to pull Kirk from the Lego promo pack. I have Odell, and Debo I haven't been able to use, but he has a lot of endurance and speed, so this middle cards are really good. I recommend Odell. I have him, and he's amazing. And these bottom row is Jalen Waddle, Brandon Cooks, and Tyler Lockett, who are all extremely fast. I mean, all you really want from your wide receiver is to be able to create room pretty fast, you know, like break off his route. And do these players do that? They absolutely do. So take a screenshot of this. If you don't like any of the cards you see up here, if you have personal favorites, like, you know, you might like a George Pickens type of card, go for them. Go for the cards that you like the best. But if you don't have a preference, go for these. They are all good cards, I promise you. And I played with a lot of them. As I told you, I'll put a little check mark by the cards I played. But I'll drop a video for defense, which will be a lot more important. I probably should have recorded that first, but my video crashed, so I had to redo the whole entire video. I had an offensive and defensive video, but I'm gonna drop an offensive one, and then I'm gonna drop a defensive one later on. So yeah, make sure to come and check out the defensive one. I promise you, the defensive one you're gonna want to see. That one is gonna matter a lot more because defense is RNG, and you want the best RNG possible. But in the meantime, thank you for clicking onto this video and watching. Yeah, go ahead and recommend it to your friends. You know, I'm sure a lot of your friends are lower in overall, and they would like the extra help they could get. So send them this video, share it with everybody that you know, and use that information. I promise you it's not bad information, and it will make your team a lot better. And gameplay wise, you'll like it and you'll improve a lot better. So I'll drop the defensive player soon. So you have a great one. Thank you for watching.